outside, right? You know, lots of music playing, lots of cosplayers.
Yeah, did you get a chance to see the taiko drums?
I have not yet. No.
Oh man, that's always a good performance.
That's sick.
The performers come out and they're hitting the drums and they're yelling, and it's, if you ever get the opportunity to see that and like lion dancing at like a convention, just do it.
That's sick.
Just commit and go do it.
That's really cool. I mean, there are a lot of really cool things to do at conventions, and that's like I always encourage people to go to things that are not just Smash tournaments, but also like, you know, hey, there's a tournament happening at this thing, so that there are a bunch of things that you can experience. You know, like Supernova is one of those things where even though it is about Smash and the tournaments, there's a lot of other stuff to do, and you know, ichigoCon's providing some of that, especially if you're an anime fan, and if you are, you might be rooting for Cien, who is playing Corrin, anime sword fighter extraordinaire. Sorry, you might be rooting for Nimmy. The names are swapped. Cien is playing the Ridley, so
I mean, if you're a fan of anime, you might still be rooting for Ridley.
Yeah, sure. You know, if you're like on that Studio Trigger, you know, kind of grind, like, okay, yeah, I can see it happening.
Yeah, so, but, yeah, of course, we got Nimmy and Cien here. Really seeing Nimmy kind of just treat Ridley like a ball, just bouncing him all over the stage.
I mean, that's definitely what's going to happen in this matchup. Like, Corrin, you don't really get to, like, easily control the stage just by throwing out hitboxes.
Oh, man, that is the matchup check right there.
Yeah, you gotta know how to DI that move, especially on Town and City. If you're going to go Town and City game one, you better know how those kill moves off the side go. Because otherwise, yeah, you might be dropping that stock early like we saw. Although, you know, Nimmy not playing at a terrible deficit right now, right? 123, you get something like a pin or a back air off stage, can definitely do it. That pin was a little too deep, though.
Yeah, a little too low committing, trying to look for maybe a more defensive style from Cien, but Cien really just kind of opting for pushing these buttons and going low and going directly for the ledge. That's what I'm going to be looking for. If I'm Nimmy, I'm just like, you know what? I know your game plan is to go for the ledge. I'm going to wait for you here. Go for the pins.
And you don't even have to go off stage as Corrin to cover those. That's the beautiful thing. Nice DI away to not get hit by those forwarders as well. Like, if you see Shattuck play, right, very seldom is he going to go off stage unless, you know, you are missing your double jump. Yeah, right. Like, you've got to be already out of your double jump. You're going to be seeing, like, a lot of ledge trapping, a lot of pins to catch, especially recoveries with predictable timings. Ooh. Just like that. What a call out from Nimmy.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the first aerial pin didn't quite work out, but this one definitely did, putting Nimmy back in the game. Cien at 0%. And also, like, Nimmy on the second stock, or this stock actually, did a fantastic job of really trapping landings of Cien on these platforms, getting multiple forward airs into up air conversions, and then just continuing to apply the pressure. Now we see him like trapping Cien at the ledge. There's the down tilt to an up air. Here we go. This is how it starts.
This is what Corrin does, especially against big bodies, right? You're not going to escape that juggle. And I like that the aggression from Nimmy is not like overextended either. It's very metered, right? Not overextending. I've already said that, but
see, that's why you don't need to. You don't need to go on stage. You can, especially on Town and City, you can place or position yourself for a pin. You can position for a down smash. Or not down smash, F smash down tilted.
F smash down tilt pin, you know, whatever it is you want, right? Like, you've got tons of options, especially, again, big body that Ridley has. And on top of that, also the very predictable recovery timing. Those are two things that Corrin really, really feasts upon. Like, you might start seeing a few more, you know, double jumps and air dodges to the ledge, maybe even attempts to recover above the stage. Like, I'm not going to lie, it's tough to get back on stage against Corrin as a big body regardless, but Ridley does have a couple things he can use to try to bully his way back.
Yeah, very true. You know what? I even, like, speaking of bullying, just, if you see him, like, you see him posting up on the ledge, you see Corrin posting up on the ledge, you just give him that side B. Give him the hands.
You just gotta have halfway decent timing, and it will probably work out. And Game 2 going to Smashville, like, this is a very high-risk, high-reward kind of pick if you're Cien. Because the one thing that I think of is, okay, you start getting juggled as Ridley, you're not going to stop getting juggled. Like, Corrin covers that center platform so well, but if you go off stage, that's where Cien's been getting a lot of these stocks, and we're already seeing it come out again. And that's the benefit here. On Smashville, small stage, easier to throw your opponent out there, easier to edge guard them.
Yes, more pins, more off stage. Let me see these explosive matchups. I just want to see someone get blown up, and that's what these two players are doing to each other. Cien has both Game 1 and Game 2 had very strong starts at the beginning, and now Nimmy has had to, like, bring back that deficit, but bring it back he has.
A lot of buttons at a disadvantage from both of these players, particularly when they're looking like they're getting juggled. Love the sequence to get off the ledge there as well from Nimmy. And yeah, like you're saying, this is just like a beat each other up kind of game.
They want to hurt each other. What if,
to put
they
simply,
have blood or against each other? There's some kind of like history here.
Bad blood. These are two players that love playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. They like to play the game and they will play it at each other. And right now, Cien's got to be really careful because that shield is so easily poked as Ridley when it gets down to about that half, and especially against a sword, you're in so much danger of that. But the parry into the forward smash, great timing.
Yeah, and just great knowledge to know that Nimmy is going to want to use that pin kick to just continue to apply the pressure.
Save the jump.
Yep, get him out of here.
C-Fly, that was sick.
Get them out of here. And that's something I actually kind of wanted to bring up. Like, we've seen Cien get a lot of mileage and a lot of aggression off stage, but Ridley has the tools to two-frame on stage, similar to Corrin. You can use the F tilt, you can use the F smash. Like
I did not know you could do the F smash like that. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I don't get enough Ridley in my life. That shocked me. That was genuinely
we
shocking.
need to get some Ridley and inject it into your veins, because this character is so much fun to watch.
Dude, I agree with that. Like any character that can edge guard proficiently, right? I love getting to watch. And to that fairness, Nimmy says, well, how about I get edge guarded? Not as much, maybe make it a little bit harder, going to Kalos for the game number 3, the decider between these two. This is such a good stage for Corrin because not only does her ledge trapping get better, being able to cover those side platforms, but her recovery gets insane with those walls going all the way down, being able to use the pin to mix it all up. She is great on Kalos.
Yes, she is. And being in, like, the recovery is really what Cien's been able to exploit. But I am a gambling man, and I'm willing to not make a real bet, but to say that I'm sure that Cien is very adept on this stage. If you're going to apply for trying to recover on these platforms, he's got a big nair to cover it. If you're going to pin underneath the stage, guess what his down air does?
That's true. Yeah, you can cover a whole lot with Ridley here, and I like that. We've seen Cien go for a couple of, like, not true combos, not going for the guarantees and looking for bigger reward resets, just like we saw right there, dashing forward and getting that read with the up tilt. Really like the advantage state we've seen from Cien. We've got to see Nimmy be able to close out these stocks, though. I think that was one of the reasons we saw struggles in that game number 2 and could potentially be seeing it here as well. Nice scoop, but not enough. Nimmy now knows how to DI, but can you make it back? The answer.
I'm sorry, whose counter pick was this? Because Cien is the one who's really in the driver's seat right now.
Really looking solid. Commentator's curse, you know, Nimmy does get back in there, but I see what you're saying for sure, right? Like, Cien's advantage has been so good. The covering of that side platform has been great, really negating a lot of these recovery mix-ups from Nimmy. But if we see that damage rack up, right, I mean, putting Ridley in the corner, this is something that Corrin can really, really take to a big advantage.
Big up smash gets punished by Nimmy, and now we see Cien really has been on the recovery game probably for like the last 30 seconds. He has not really been able to play his game, and Nimmy is kind of taken control. But now we see the roles are going to get reversed. We've seen how much trouble Nimmy has getting away from the ledge, getting finally back to center stage. We're going to see a nair into back air, and he takes control again.
A lot of really safe landings, spacing the aerials well, not putting too much ending lag available for Cien to punish, who is now going to get punished himself. Those big Kalos blast zones aren't letting him live. So like you said, Z-Fly, counter pick, whose it is still Nimmy's after all. Now playing with the lead going into that last stock, and you got your butt scared.
That's right. You know, I got to give it up for Nimmy because, like, every game that we've had this set has been Cien being explosive in the beginning and taking a big lead, and then Nimmy bringing it back. But he's always been making the adjustments to really apply against Cien.
And this is last attempt for Cien to get this one back. Big damage on that side B. We are going to last game, last stock, but 96%. If you go anywhere near the ledge, that pin is going to be looming. Your recovery needs to be well metered, and that one going above the ledge was, but we're going to do it again.
That's right. Still another chance at life. Big S smash going to get punished. Cien's opportunity. No grab.
And did not catch bad DI. Cien staying alive, but timing, could get caught on that up B, roll on, big risk, but does pay off. But at 144, you can't eat another back air. Even a falling up air could be dangerous.
Yeah, really trying to stay center stage to give himself another opportunity at life if he gets hit. But now going off stage, Nimmy, that is not where you want to be.
That is a dangerous place to be. We've seen that turnaround already. And now you're going to be out there. Opportunity for Cien to turn it around.
Oh, and there was a slight opportunity for Cien to punish the recovery because we did see Nimmy in free fall for just a moment. But Nimmy is throwing out the sword. These big hitboxes coming in. We see a kick from the land.
The percentage difference is about 100, and yet this game still feels so close.
No. This is
like
last
it's
hit.
So close. It's so close.
This is last hit for sure.
You whiff one move as Corrin, one big move, you could catch an F smash out of nowhere. Forward air to set up maybe a tech chase on the platform.
Oh, went for it all, risking everything with the side B, but Nimmy did not get the punish, and there's the F tilt.
Wow.
We were talking about the F tilt being able to two frame. No reason to go off stage when you can just